Hello, everyone. The Philippine Institute of Certified Public Accountants, or PICPA, Western Region Chapter, Jeddah Kingdom of Saudi Arabia, in cooperation with the Philippine Professional Organization, Western Region, KSA, presents Information Drive about Accountancy. This is to share knowledge about our profession to Filipino students here in Jeddah, Saudi Arabia. Let me first introduce myself. I am Felito Tayo Jr. I am a certified public accountant. I completed my master's degree in business administration at the Plymouth University in United Kingdom. I'm currently working in Peninsular Aviation Services Company, or PASCO. It's a joint venture between British Petroleum Company Limited, 50%, and local partners, 50%. I am the incumbent president of the Philippine Institute of Certified Public Accountant, Western Region Chapter, KSA. And so without further ado, let us proceed with the objectives of this program. Our first objective is to learn what is accounting and why it is important. Second is to understand the areas of accounting practice. Third, to know the pros and cons of an accounting career. Fourth, to obtain information about educational and legal requirements to work in the accounting profession. And fifth, to answer other common questions of students about the accounting profession. Let's begin in discussing what is accounting. Accounting is the art of recording, classifying, and summarizing in a significant manner and in terms of money, transactions and events which are in part at least of financial character and interpreting the results thereof. So let's dig deeper. What is accounting? Accounting is considered as an art because it requires the use of skills and creative judgment. One has to be trained in this discipline to be able to perform accounting function well. Second is accounting involves interconnected phases. Recording pertains to writing down or keeping records of business transactions. Classifying involves grouping similar items that have been recorded. Once they are recorded, classified, information is summarized into reports, which we call financial statements. The three main financial statements are income statement, the balance sheet, and cash flow statement. Third, accounting is concerned with transactions and events having financial character. For example, hiring an additional employee is qualitative information with no financial character. Hence, it is not recorded. However, the payment of salaries, acquisition of office building, sale of goods, etc. are recorded because they involve financial value. Fourth, accounting involves business transactions which are expressed in terms of money. Only business transactions with monetary value are processed in an accounting system. Fourth, accounting interprets the results. So, information is useless if they cannot be interpreted and understood. The amounts, figures, and other data in the financial reports have meanings that are useful to the users. Now, let's discuss why is accounting important to businesses. First, accounting keeps users financially informed. Without accounting, users wouldn't know how much money the business has earned. In short, accounting shows exactly what the business has been up to when it comes to finances. Second, accounting backs up in the tax return claims. Many business owners dread regulatory compliance, such as tax return filing, especially if they have no idea where to start. Here's where the importance of accounting in business comes in. It helps show to the authorities that the business done due diligence and have the necessary accounting information to back up their tax return. Third, accounting holds managers accountable. The shareholder holds managers accountable for the success or failure of the business. They can observe the business growth and success by looking at the accounting records. Through the accounting records, they can catch fraudulent activity before it takes too much of a toll on the business. Fourth, it guides in decision making. Accounting can help guide the decision to avoid common business mistakes like overspending, underspending, and more. Fifth, it can measure new strategies with hard numbers. Before owners or managers make a decision in business, they are likely to conduct a risk analysis. Accounting can help. The numbers showing the business expenses and revenues before the change and after the change can be compared. That way, owners or managers know whether the strategy helped or hurt the business. Sixth, it's necessary for getting investment or loans. Investors and lenders need to learn a little bit more about the business before they invest or lend money. And that means poking and prodding into the business accounting books. Generally, it must show investors and lenders the business financial statements. That way, they can obtain information about the profitability, solvency, and other relevant information. 7. Without it, the business will be in trouble. Handling accounting for the business isn't a choice. The authorities requires that you choose a business structure and accounting method, because without it, the business tax return will be inaccurate. In addition to keeping detailed records, you may need to follow a set of rules for accounting, known as Generally Accounting Principles, or GAAP, or the International Financial Reporting Standards, or IFRS. Now, let's discuss what are the areas of accounting practice. First, public accounting. Accountants in public practice are working in accounting firms or individually to provide audit and attestations, tax planning and preparation, and advisory services to their clients. Accountants in public accounting serve clients on project or contractual basis. In CPA firms like Deloitte or KPMG, new accountants start as accounting or audit staff and work their way up to the junior accountant, senior accountant, manager, and partner positions. After gaining enough experience, they may also start a public accounting firm of their own. Second, private accounting. In private accounting, also known as practice in commerce and industry, an accountant serves only one company. Accountants in private accounting provide a staff function which supports the company by performing accounting-related tasks. Positions in private practice include entry-level jobs such as bookkeeper, accounting clerk, financial analyst, internal auditor, and others. From there, new entrants can work their way up to the organization chart and get to key management positions such as chief internal auditor, controller, financial auditor, vice president for finance, and chief financial officer, or CFO. Third, government accounting. Government agencies also need accountants. These agencies need accounting information to help them plan, budget, forecast, and allocate government funds. State auditors are also employed by the government to ensure the proper use and allocation of the said funds. And last sector is accounting in education sector. This area is made up of accountants who are into teaching, research, and training and development. Accountants can pursue a career as a faculty member in a school, an author of an accounting book, a researcher, a trainer, or a reviewer. Note that it is not unusual to work in more than one area. In fact, many accounting professionals engage in more than one scope of practice. One may be providing public accounting services while having a part-time job in teaching. Another may be employed by a multinational company or by a government agency, while also working as an accounting consultant to the public. Now let's discuss what are the pros and cons of accounting career. The number one pros is there is a clear career path. If you're studying accounting, you're learning practical skills about crunching numbers and analyzing costs that employers need. This gives you a much clearer career path compared to someone who chooses to study English or philosophy, for example, where the potential career outcomes are harder to define. Second, it's a stable and growing job field. Accounting is not a profession that's going away anytime soon. Virtually, every business needs an accountant or an entire accounting team, and even the average person has reason to hire an accountant from time to time. Third, you'll have the potential for professional growth. After graduation, you might begin as an entry-level associate, but after getting established, the potential for growth can be great. Fourth, the earning potential is favorable. Like anyone, you want a career that allows you to provide yourself and your family. According to statistics, the annual salary of an accountant is way higher than that of the national median salary. That's an impressive amount of upside, right? Fifth, you can work where you want to work. Accounting tends to be everywhere, from farmers to government organizations to software development companies. Seemingly everyone could use the service of an accountant. This gives accountant a fair amount of flexibility when it comes to choosing where they want to settle down. Sixth, there is entrepreneurial potential. If you have some of that entrepreneurial spirit, starting an accounting firm could be a great way to advance your career. Now let's discuss the cons. First, the education is ongoing. If you become an accountant, the learning doesn't stop once you've earned your degree. To progress in your career, you'll need to plan on continuing education, at least to keep up with changes in the industry and important certifications. Second, the work can be seen dull. The day-to-day work requires a lot of investigation and math, which can be boring to some, but interesting to others. Third, there is a busy season. Accounting is typically a standard 9 to 5 job, except for certain times of the year with impending deadlines. For most accountants, the heavy lifting starts after New Year's Day, right up to April. Fourth, the work can be stressful. It's a safe bet to say the more important your position is and the more money you work with, the more pressure you will face on the job. But whether that pressure results in negative levels of stress depends on your personality. Try to honestly assess your attitude towards pressure and heavy workloads. If you don't stress, if you don't stress easy or don't mind being a little high-strung, working as an accountant might not bother you. Now, let's discuss what are the educational requirements for accounting career. For high school, senior high school strand, students who want to pursue a degree in BS in accountancy are encouraged to take the accountancy, business, and management strand. This strand provides the basic concept of business and financial management and corporate operations that will be helpful for college. Program overview. The Bachelor of Science in Accountancy, or BSA, program is a 5-year program focused on subjects in financial, public and managerial accounting, auditing, administration, business law, and taxation. The course also integrates information technology concepts into business systems to create a more systematic and organized way of storing business-related data. Aside from business topics, BSA also equips students with a basic understanding of computer programming and auditing systems. The goal of the BSA program is to produce competent and ethical public accounting professionals who possess the knowledge, skills, and attitudes that will enable them to continue to learn and adapt to change throughout their professional lives. Now, here are the subjects of BSA curriculum. So after completing bachelor's degree in accountancy, it is expected that students will take the Standard Professional Licensure Exam or SPLE conducted by the Professional Regulation Commission. Once passed, one will become a certified public accountant or CPA. Now, what are the legal requirements to work as an accountant, particularly here in Saudi Arabia? The standard requirements are first, graduate of bachelor's degree in accountancy or any related course in a duly recognized educational institution, authenticated transcript of records, police and NBI clearance, medical clearance certificate, a passport, of course. Certified public accountant is commonly preferred. So typically, at least 2 years of relevant accounting experience is also preferred. And lastly, membership in the Saudi Organization of Certified Public Accountants or SOCPA is required in order to get a work permit. Now that we learned what is accounting and why it is important, we understood the areas of accounting practice, we knew the pros and cons of an accounting career, and obtained information about educational and legal requirements to work in the accounting profession, especially here in Saudi. Let's now proceed with our interview with my fellow PICPANs. They will answer some common questions of students about the accounting profession.
Hello everyone, I am Chito Arceo, currently the Vice President for Operations and Membership at PICPA Western Region, Jeddah chapter here in Saudi Arabia. I am currently working as a senior financial analyst at Sadiq and Muhammad Attar Company, also known as the exclusive distributor of Rolex here in Jeddah, Riyadh, and Medina, KSA. Before I joined Rolex, I worked at Lanes and Associates, law and accounting firm in the Philippines. And then I moved to Preto Group of Companies, real estate companies. And I moved to Saudi Arabia and joined Saudi Arabian Airlines Catering Company. And then I moved to Riyadh and joined Domino's KSA, also known as the Alamar Foods Company. And I just want to answer some of the questions like why did you choose the accountancy profession? Actually, I did not choose the accountancy profession. It is my parents who chose it for me. But I accepted it as a challenge and they advised me because they saw my cousin who was promoted in the school where she's working as an accountant. They came to know that also that her salary is good. I as well wanted to be successful like her. The other question is, what is the advantage of taking up the accountancy profession? There's a lot of job opportunities for graduates of accountancy. Almost every business needs an accountant. Though being a CPA is really a big advantage in applying for work, your analytical skills and experience also counts. It is also an advantage in managing a business if you have accounting background, being able to interpret the results of operations and financial positions of the business. So if you want to find a job easily after graduation, choose the accountancy profession. Thank you.
Hello students, good morning. I am Romel Pino, CPA, a past president of PICPA Jeddah and currently the VP for Professional Development. I would like to answer the following common questions. What does your company do and what is your educational background? I am currently working as the manager for IT projects in Al Nagi Company, a leading distributor of pharmaceutical and consumer goods in Saudi Arabia. We distribute brands such as Procter & Gamble Gillette, Oral-B, Crest, Johnson & Johnson, Sensodyne, and Red Bull, among others. I am a graduate of Bachelor of Science of Accountancy from Mindanao State University, General Santos City. I am a certified public accountant and a software programmer at the same time. Thus, I do systems and automations of business processes in my current company. Next question is, what other companies have you worked for previously? I started my career as a junior auditor in Alas Oplas and Company in CPAs in Makati. Then I joined as finance analyst of RD Corporation, a conglomerate based in Cebu, which engages in large-scale fishing, manufacturing, agribusiness and aquaculture, finance, realty, and hotels and resorts. There, I was exposed to corporate governance and various enterprise resource planning systems and started honing my IT skills. For your current job, how does you find out about the job opening and what was the application and interview process like? I found out the business analyst job opening in jobstreet.com posted by Headstrong Philippines, which is the previous consultant of my current employer, Alnagi Company. I was first interviewed over the phone by Headstrong Consultant. Then I was invited for face-to-face interview in Makati by one of the representatives of Alnagi Company, where I did not hesitate to book my flight, even from my personal expense, just to attend. Then I landed the job. What is the best piece of advice I can give to students that look at getting into the accounting profession? The best piece of advice I can give is to learn much about the latest technologies and innovations, in addition to learning the latest international financial reporting standards and latest tax regulations, because the accounting career is dynamic and a very flexible one. We can easily excel in other fields because of the strong business acumen that we have developed through our career. And that's it. Thank you.
My name is Aljon R. Marceliano, and I'm currently working as a general ledger accountant of Alnagi Company here in Jeddah, KSA. So before I decided to work here in abroad, I was able to gain a handful of knowledge and experience in different facets of accounting and in various industries such as BPO, advertising, construction, engineering, and real estate companies in the Philippines. Actually, what I like most about our job is that we have the power and the ability to influence the management in making a decision. So let's say, for example, the management is deciding whether to add or delete a certain business line. So what we do is that we give them the information that shows how much money are we generating from this, and on the other hand, how much money are we losing whenever we will try to continue this certain business line. So as you can see, that's how powerful the information that we provide to them. It helps them in making decisions. What I like least about our job is that our job is so demanding. There's a lot of deadlines. There are a lot of works to be done. There are lots of sleepless nights. But then at the end of the day, they still consider us as a mere expense of the company. Why? Because we don't actually directly contribute to the generation of sales. But don't get disheartened, because at the end of the day, we are still the one who dictates to them the number that they should produce. We are still the one who directs them that they should produce a certain level of sales in order for the company to be stable and profitable. So we may be underappreciated, but then at the end of the day, no matter who gets the credits, as long as the job is done, as long as the company is stable, as long as the company is profitable, it's still a good job to all of us as an accountant. it was actually my regret that I failed to plan ahead for my career. So during our times, we don't have any idea, or we don't have any chance to attend a career orientation such as this in order for us to prepare on what's ahead of us. And I failed to study in advance, and because during my college days, I'm really traumatized because I don't have any idea about assets, debits, and credits, something like that. So if I'll be given a chance to go back in that age, maybe I should have studied in advance.
Good day, my name is Mark, and I am here today to answer some of the common questions from incoming freshman students. I am currently working at Alnagi Company, the leading pharmaceutical and consumer goods distribution company here in the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia. Prior to that, I have worked at Rusan Supercenter in the Philippines, the fourth biggest retailer, at Havaianas and at Maceda Valencia and Company, where I started my career as a financial auditor. Students ask, does the university one graduated from actually matter in hiring? Yes, it actually matters. It matters because similar to how we prefer a particular brand over the other, the school we graduated from also gives the hiring manager a perceived quality. This is especially true and even more significant if the applicant is a fresh graduate because comparisons are ought to be made and the school you came from is a good measure. The school you came from may give you a competitive advantage, competitive parity, or competitive disadvantage. In addition, it is important for incoming freshmen to assess the school because it is this institution that will prepare them to pass the boards. As such, reviewing their CPA board passing rate for the past 5 years is vital before jumping into a university. In your opinion, they ask, what is the greatest achievement someone from your field of work could attain? This actually depends on the facet of accounting you intend to pursue. If you are pursuing financial planning and analysis, FP&A, where you do budgeting, comparison of budgets versus targets, analysis of where you are now and where you want to go, the highest position is to become the Chief Operating Officer. In general accounting, however, where you prepare standardized reports for third party, the highest position is the Chief Financial Officer. CFO is responsible in the management of accounting, treasury, investments, and the like. Last question, how difficult do you think it would be to obtain a position in your profession today? The pandemic resulted to a closure of a lot of businesses, but accounting per se is a very marketable profession because it is there in every industry. In every industry. When you budget, for example, we do accounting. When you spend, you account. When asked how much you earn, you account. And these types of transactions are common in all industries: construction, retail, clothing lines, internet providers, you name it. Accounting is there. Accounting is a good choice where objective is to provide a relevant information that would assist the financial decision makers to make an informed judgment.
Hi everyone, I am Nida Balagan Pokis, the certified public accountant. I started my career as an accountant in the government sector as municipal budget officer in the municipality of Malig, Isabela. My main responsibility was the projection of income, allocation of funds to various services, and to protect the government funds or people's money of the municipality. While employed as the municipal budget officer, I was also teaching accounting subjects, business laws, and taxation after office hours. After 15 years, I came here in Jeddah with my children and work with the private sectors. Currently, I am employed as an accountant in PASA, Private Air Saudi Arabia, a premier executive aviation company with its headquarters based in Jeddah, Saudi Arabia. I am here to inspire you about the accounting profession. Accounting profession is a challenging but promising and stable career. In this profession, you will learn financial literacy, which is the most important skill that you need to learn and apply to your day-to-day life. Financial literacy is a price of educating yourself to be able to manage not only the others' finances, but also your own money, personal finances, and investments effectively and efficiently. It teaches you to budget and allocate your available funds and save money for the future. As an accountant, you can work in any industry. You have a limitless opportunity. All kinds of business need accountants or accounting team to take care of their finances. The absence of an accountant or accounting department in a certain business will result to disaster. Accountants are indispensable not only in the private sector, but also in the government sector. All Philippine government agencies, departments need accountants to be responsible in safeguarding public funds. Career opportunity of accountants in the government is unlimited. Such agencies are Commission on Audit, Department of Budget and Management, Bureau of Finance, Bureau of Internal Revenue, and others. To widen your horizon, you can establish your own business while employed or establish your own accounting firm to be your own boss. Good luck.
Thank you, Mr. President. Good morning, everybody. I'm Danilo Abenes, a certified public accountant by profession, past president of PICPA Jeddah Western Region. I previously worked in Saudi Arabia, United Arab Emirates, and Qatar since 1984 up to the last quarter of 2020 as a financial controller, one of the leading Filipino company based in the Middle East as payment center of Social Security System SSS, Pag-ibig, and TFC collection agent and cargo door-to-door from the Middle East to the Philippines. At present, I'm self-employed and entrepreneur back in the Philippines as a resort and recreation industry. Question to the students. What major skills should teenagers have when entering the world of business and accounting, and what classes should they focus on to help them? Answer, I firmly believe that the major skills should teenagers have when entering the world of business and accounting, she must have a varied skills, especially in mathematics, because accounting connotes lots of figures to analyze, evaluate, and forecast. Must have skills in English also, language, to express his or her opinion in reporting to the management and or to the third party like owners, investors, lenders, and government reporting. Number 2 question, what is the best way to figure out what students should do for a career one day? Best way to figure out what students should do for a career one day, I firmly believe that consistency is one of the best ways what students should do for a career on themselves. What is meant by consistency? Continuous learning must be consistent because the pacing of business world is very fast due to present technology environment. Accountants must adapt themselves to level up the current technology updates. Number 3 question, what is the best piece of advice you can give to a high school student looking at getting into business industry one day? Answer, you can use not only in our employment or company we are working, but importantly to our daily lives, both family and if you have already your own business or managing your own business or company, you need to know the ins and out of funds from your company to evaluate either the company you are working is thriving or sustained and withered, especially this very challenging situation. I will give you an example. If you are driving your car, you need an accelerator to enjoy your journey and you can reach your destination without any hassle. But there is a caveat or beware. You need also a brake or control to slow down because some have bumpy roads you may encounter along the way. Same as accounting profession, you have to know and accelerate your knowledge because you are one of the officers who can give advice to the management either the business is doing well or not. As an accountant, not only advice you can provide, but control is very essential because you need to know the ins and out of funds of your company, whether management are doing well based on the budget, forecast, or target for a particular period. If not, you have to evaluate what went wrong or deviate from the actual performance versus the given budget or forecast on the particular period. That's all, Mr. President. Back to you.
Thank you, Past President Danny Abenes, for the insightful key points that you shared with us and to all of the students. Thank you also to all the speakers, VP Romel Pino, VP Chito Arceo, PRO Aljon Marceliano, President-elect Nida Pokis, and Treasurer Mark Rivera. To give a little bit of inspiration on behalf of my PICPA colleagues, here's my message. All of us are constantly evolving beings. It means that we never and should never stop learning. This includes learning in all aspects, such as our personal, professional, and social lives. As we all grow, we slowly see and realize a lot of things. Everything that we encounter gives us the chance to develop ourselves. In this way, we have to always choose to learn to improve ourselves. When we face challenges, big or small, sometimes easy, other times difficult, we have to see them as opportunities, not as hindrances. In effect, we can be certain that we are able to gain something from it. We don't lose. We may fail at times, but it may also lead us to a new discovery which we can embark on and become successful in the end. We always have to aim high, dream big, look forward, and keep on going to reach our goals. Surround yourself with good people who will influence you to become the better version of yourself. Listen to good advices to people who have earned the knowledge and experiences as they are your second best teachers apart from your personal experiences. So students, whatever your career you may choose, we wish you the best of luck. I want to share this simple reminder that I always tell myself when things go rough. Something that we learned from the movie Finding Nemo. Just keep on swimming and you will get there. God bless to all of you.